If you look at the name, it tells you a lot about it, where it is, or what bone it's attached to. So look at like frontalis. Where do you think that's attaching to? Remember frontal? So that's why we're doing the skull. We do the skeleton first because it'll help you understand the muscle names later. Okay, now that's the frontalis. That's what when you're like raising your eyebrows, this muscle is doing that. We're going to talk about muscles have an origin and insertion later, how they attach and they pull on something. So this muscle originates here, but it's inserting here, so it's pulling when you're raising your eyebrows. That's that one. All right. So look at orbicularis oculi. So what do you recognize in that word? Oculi. Right. So see the circle around the eyes? That's the orbicularis oculi. That blinks. Orbicularis auris, the one around the mouth, aural. So that's that one. All right. Masseter. That is the major muscle in the cheek. Superficial muscle in the cheek. So right here. Now these models are going to show like a superficial side and a deep side. So on this side of the face is all the superficial muscles. If we took the skin off, this is what you'd see directly. So that's the masseter right underneath the cheek. Now on the right side is what we did is we took all the superficial muscles out. So see this muscle, this is a cheek one, but this is deep or underneath the masseter. It's called the buccinator, the very last one. That is a muscle for, like when you're whistling, that's the muscle that's being used. That one compresses the mouth. So this is deep to the masseter. So you want to make sure which one's superficial or deep. So some muscles are kind of like lined right on top of the other. So that's that one.
So the masseter is on top of the
masseter is the superficial one. The next one down is the buccinator. All right, now we see zygomaticus major. Again, you should recognize zygomatic, right? So you should know where that bone is in the skull. That's the cheek, right? So this muscle originates there. You see two muscles going to the corner of the mouth, there and there. The big one, the bigger one is the zygomaticus major. If you see the word major in a muscle, that means the larger. That means there's probably two of them or three, and that's the biggest one. So there's the little one's called the zygomaticus minor. The major is the big one. And this goes to the corner of the mouth. So what do you think that would do? Smiling. Like when you smile, it raises the corners of the mouth. That's where it's inserting. So that's the zygomaticus major. And that's all the facial ones right there. Now again, you're going to have to look at certain parts of models for certain muscles. So facial muscles you can look at. Now for the models, you guys want to look at, there's four main torso models. There's this one. There's that one, the medium one. There's the miniature one right there, and then the one in the back with no arms, that's like the small one. So there's four, and I'll bring them all out. There's four good models, and also the arms and legs, which we'll see next week. So again, any of these models are good for the muscles. You'll see all of them on the practical, all four of them. All right, when we do the thoracic ones, the next ones, what I need is, these chest plates. So see these? So this goes to this model, right? So again, each of these has one, right? And they can detach. So we're going to use these now for the next one. So pectoralis major. Everyone knows what that is, right? That's an easy one.
Could you turn that this way a little bit? Thank you.
So pectoralis major is the major muscle of the chest. Now just underneath it is the pectoralis minor. So see on this side, see how this has been cut? That was this muscle, and they removed it to show the deeper ones. So this muscle underneath it's the pectoralis minor. So it's actually underneath the major. Remember, it's a superficial and deep. Another example of that. Again, major is the big one, minor is the little one.
So they're just stacked on top of each other.
Yes, exactly. Now we need let's look at serratus anterior. What does serrate mean? Anyone know? Like a knife? All right. So see right here on the side, see how it's like a zigzag shape? That's the serratus anterior. You can see that on all the models. The chest plates on the side. So it's like a serrated knife, like a zigzag. Okay, serratus anterior. All right, let's go to sternocleidomastoid. For that, I need to go back to up here. And again, all the models should have that. See these two big ones on either side of the neck? You can see them on people sometimes, like elderly patients, the big cord muscle. When you turn your neck left and right, that's what they're doing. You guys over here with torticollis. that means these muscles are weakened and the neck actually can't really stand straight up.
Right, usually one side or the other.
Yeah, and that's due to this muscle on one side being weakened, and that helps to stabilize the neck.
And what was that called?
That's called the sternocleidomastoid. So there's an example of a muscle. The name tells you where it's attaching. Like sternum, cleidos, clavicle, mastoid. Remember, mastoid process of skull, which is at the top here. Okay, the intercostals. Now again, costal. Remember, what does that mean? Rib. So these are the muscles attached to the rib cage. They help with breathing. They help to raise and lower your rib cage and respiration. So when you're eating ribs, that's what that meat is. Intercostal muscle. That's what that is. Yeah, in case you.
I don't eat no ribs.
I ruined it for you. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to talk about them more.
And they're tasty, aren't they?
So don't worry about them right now. We're going to talk about them more in AP3, intercostals.
Okay, so we don't need to know them?
Yeah. Well, just know they're with the ribs, but identification. Well, don't worry about them for the lab practical.
Gotcha.
But you might see something about on the lecture exam, maybe like the ones that they move the ribs, right? You'll see costal name. But we'll identify them in AP3, so let's not worry about them right now. Now let's go to the next one, posterior thoracic. That's going to be on the back. Okay. So let's look at the back now. And trapezius, that's easy. Neck, right? Upper back, looks like a diamond-shaped muscle. See all this right here? That's very easy to see. That's superficial. Okay. Now again, on the right side is the superficial. On the left side, I've taken the trapezius away and I'm seeing deeper muscles. So see these two? These are called the rhomboideus, and the bigger one is the major, the little one's the minor. And you have major on your list. Rhomboideus major. So this big one's kind of like slanted and angle. So again, these are really under or deep the trapezius in life. That's why you can see them on one side but not the other. And then latissimus dorsi, so that's this big one right here, all this, right here. See this fan one, fan-shaped one, I guess? See on this side it's been cut right here? They removed it, but again, it would go up all the way here. You guys ever do those rowing machines? That's the muscle you're working when you do the rowing, when you're pulling back. It's latissimus dorsi. So that's what it helps to do, that kind of action. Let's go to the abdomen. So again, we're going to need this, and
Oh, they shouldn't have diaphragm first, don't they?
okay, now diaphragm is another muscle of respiration. So now this goes with this model. So it's like a flat sheet, right? But the other models, it's like stuck in there. It's not like detachable. Okay, so let's look at like this guy for example. Can you guys see the diaphragm right there? That sheet separates. Remember the thoracic cavity from the abdominopelvic. So it's right under the lungs. Separates the lungs from the liver and the spleen. See the sheet right there? That's the diaphragm. Again, this guy
Right on
has
his back.
Yeah, very well.
Look at there.
Alright, so this guy has, see it too? See the diaphragm right here, all this?
Yeah, the bird.
Yeah, there you go. So diaphragm, easy.
I'm going to remember it as the bird mask. Could you put that down in our practical as the example?
It does look like one, right?
Yes, so I'm.
It does look like a bird mask.
I bet if I had to say that was a bird mask, the average person probably wouldn't know it was a diaphragm.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay. External, internal, okay, now for the next group we need this again. And I'm going to get the other one. We could use any of them.
Back on hold.
This one just shows it better. Alright. Okay. So again, chest plate, so rectus abdominis, the six pack. Let me get him out of the way. Her actually. Rectus abdominis, right?
The six pack.
Right, so they're right in the middle. And you see linea alba, that means literally white line. So again, see the white line going right down the middle? That's all that is. So here's the umbilicus, right? Belly button. So these are superficial and they're immediately located. The obliques. The obliques, remember, these are going to be on the sides. So there are, now, when you look at your abdomen, your abdominal wall, and they cut it open, if it's on the sides, there's 3 layers of muscles, and they're very thin. The first one you see is the external oblique, like the love handles, right? That's right there on the side, laterally. If I take that and peel that up, the next one down is the internal oblique. So remember, external means like on top of, internal, next one down. If I peel the internal oblique back, I have the last one. See, it's going like left to right. That's the transversus abdominis. If I peel that one off, then I'm going to see abdominal. I'm going to see like intestine now at that point. I'm actually in the abdominal
So
cavity.
is that the muscle that weakens when you have a baby, when you get a tummy tuck, they go in and
Well,
tighten
they have to
down?
cut. They have to cut through. They have to cut through all of them if they're going there. Yeah, but I think yeah. So there's 3 little like layers of muscle they have to go through on the abdominals. If it's lateral, if it's in the middle, it's really just these, the rectus abdominis. Okay. So that takes care of all of that. And then we have the pelvis. So let's go back to him again. Or we could use either one. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
right here.
Now look at that first muscle. What word do you recognize in that muscle? Iliac. So remember the iliac crest, see that? So this big muscle on each side is the iliacus. It's right here and there. It's the one, I'll show you guys over here so you can see it on this one. There and there, the iliacus. Right on the iliac. And then the next one is the pisons, pronounced psoas, like pterodactyl, like psoas major. That is immediately medial to the iliacus. So this one and this one. So you see these 2 right here? Psoas major. And then you have, no, actually, yeah, cross out the next one, bulbospongiosis. That one differs between the sexes, and we don't, have showing a pelvic model of each sex with the muscles, so don't worry about that one. Anal sphincter, that's an easy one. I gotta find that. Hold on. Okay. All right, so here's the anal sphincter, really easy. So the anus, right, and then see that little loop around it? That's all that is. This is like a half model of a pelvis. It's just that loop that'll be going in a circle.
Okay.
So any opening your body has, there's a little, like, see how the eyes and mouth, see there's a little loop? So the anus has the same thing. And that permits things in and out. And we'll learn about them later, but that's half of the circle. So, yeah, and that's it. Oh, it's somewhere, yeah. Well, it's actually over there, but yeah, it doesn't show, it shows the muscle.